Hello, everyone. So, Virgo, let's talk about what creates real positive change versus what keeps you stuck in magical thinking. Jackpots are for casinos, not for life. In gambling, jackpots exist because millions of people lose small amounts so that occasionally one person can win big amount. The house always profits. The math always favors the casino. The jackpot is marketing designed to keep you playing despite odds being stacked against you. And when spiritual content uses jackpot language, when it promises something incredible is coming, when it suggests you're about to hit it big, it's using the same psychological manipulation. It's triggering the same hope against odds mentality. It's keeping you engaged, keeping you hoping, keeping you checking back for the next promise. Because if you believed your breakthrough required sustained effort over years, you'd have to confront uncomfortable reality that change is slow and hard and unsexy. But if you believe jackpot is coming, if you think incredible development is imminent, if you're convinced breakthrough is just around corner, you can stay exactly where you are. Keep consuming content. Keep hoping. Keep waiting for external change that doesn't require internal transformation. How long have you been waiting for your jackpot? Calculate the years honestly, because here's what something incredible is coming actually means. In its most generous interpretation, life has pleasant surprises. Good things do happen unexpectedly. Circumstances can shift in ways you didn't predict that create genuinely positive outcomes. But those things, when they occur, they're not jackpots. They're not windfalls that solve all problems. They're not transformations that eliminate all difficulty. They're just good moments, positive developments, things going better than expected in specific limited ways, and they happen periodically for everyone. Not because they're special or chosen or aligned, but because that's how probability works. Sometimes things break in your favor, but building life strategy around waiting for those moments, that's gambling, that's hoping. That's not actually improving your circumstances. It's just managing your disappointment about circumstances not improving. Are you strategizing or are you hoping? Your life circumstances reveal what you've been doing, because I need to address what you're probably feeling as you read this. Disappointment, maybe. You wanted to hear that, yes, incredible thing is coming, that your waiting is about to pay off, that struggle is about to end. And I understand that wanting, when life is hard, when you've been working without seeing results, when you're tired of the grind, the idea of jackpot is seductive. The possibility that effort won't be required, that rescue is coming from outside, that you just need to hold on a little longer and everything will shift. But that hope, while emotionally comforting, it's strategically destructive. Because as long as you're hoping for external rescue, you're not building internal capacity. You're not developing skills. You're not creating systems. You're not doing work that actually changes outcomes. You're just waiting. And waiting doesn't build anything except resentment when the thing you're waiting for doesn't arrive. Can you let go of jackpot fantasy and engage with reality? This determines whether you make actual progress. Because here's what actually creates incredible positive change. Compound interest, not financial only, though that too, but compound interest on effort. Small improvements repeated consistently over extended time, producing results that seem miraculous but are actually just math. Skill development reaching threshold. Practicing something until you move from incompetent to competent to excellent. That transition, when it happens, feels sudden. like breakthrough, but it's actually just accumulation of practice, finally producing visible result. Network effects kicking in, showing up in spaces where opportunity circulates, building relationships, being visible, being remembered, until suddenly opportunities start appearing with frequency that feels unprecedented. But it's not sudden, it's just critical mass of positioning finally producing returns. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And preparation doesn't happen through hoping, it happens through doing. So if something incredible does occur in your life, it won't be jackpot. It'll be you finally receiving return on investment you've been making. Or it'll be random positive occurrence that happens to everyone occasionally. Either way, it's not coming because content promised it. It's coming if it's coming through mechanisms that have nothing to do with predictions. What are you actually preparing for versus what are you just hoping for? Distinguish between the two, because I want to talk about the damage jackpot thinking creates. It makes you passive. If incredible thing is coming, why bother with the boring work of building toward it? Why develop skills? Why save money? Why make difficult choices when jackpot is imminent? It creates disappointment cycles. You get excited about promise, time passes, nothing incredible happens. You feel let down, you seek new promise, cycle repeats. Each iteration eroding your trust in yourself and your capacity to create change. It keeps you poor financially and otherwise, because instead of investing resources in things that compound, you spend them on quick fixes, on courses about manifestation, on lottery tickets, literal and metaphorical. It prevents learning. Because if you believe success comes through jackpots rather than through sustained effort, you never develop the discipline, patience, and strategic thinking that actually create lasting success. How has jackpot thinking already damaged your life? Assess the real cost honestly, because here's what people who actually create incredible outcomes do differently. They don't wait for jackpots. They build systems. They develop skills. They show up consistently. They make strategic choices that compound over time. They don't consume content about incredible things coming. They consume content about how to build businesses, how to invest, how to develop expertise, how to navigate markets. They don't hope for external rescue. They take responsibility for creating their own outcomes through choices they control. And yes, they experience good fortune. Opportunities appear. Things work out. But those things happen in context of foundation they've built. They can capitalize on luck because they're prepared. They can seize opportunities because they've developed capacity. That's the difference between jackpot thinking and builder thinking. One waits, one builds, one stays stuck, one progresses. Which approach have you actually been taking? Your results tell the truth, because I also need to address people in genuine hardship. If you're struggling financially, if you're in real difficulty, if you're grasping at jackpot promises because you're desperate for relief, you don't need predictions about incredible things coming. You need practical help. You need information about assistance programs. You need budget counseling. You need possibly job training or skill development. You need resources that address actual problem, not content that makes you feel better about problem while leaving it unsolved. So if you're in crisis If you need real help, stop consuming prediction content. Start consuming practical resource content. Connect with actual support systems. Take concrete actions that improve your situation incrementally, because incredible change for people in hardship usually comes through assistance programs, through community support, through incremental improvement, not through jackpots. Are you seeking real help, or are you seeking comforting fantasy? Be honest about what you actually need. Because here's what I really want you to hear. You don't need jackpot. You don't need incredible thing to arrive from outside. You don't need rescue. What you need is to recognize that you have more power than you've been believing, that small, consistent actions compound, that you can create incremental improvement that adds up to significant change over time. It's not sexy, it's not exciting, it's not content worthy, but it works. And jackpot thinking doesn't. So stop waiting for incredible thing. Start being incredible thing. Start taking incredible action, which just means consistent, strategic, disciplined action over extended time. That's what actually creates the life you want. Not hoping, not waiting, not consuming promises, acting, building, persisting. Can you commit to that instead of continuing to hope for jackpots? Your future depends on your answer, because ultimately, here's the situation. Content promised you're hitting jackpot, promised something incredible is coming, promised breakthrough is imminent, and maybe something good will happen. Life has pleasant surprises. Good things occur periodically, but if they do, it won't be jackpot. It'll be normal positive variance in otherwise normal life. Or it'll be return on effort you've been investing. And if nothing incredible happens, if tomorrow looks like today, looks like yesterday, that's also fine. That's normal. That's most of life for most people. And you can build good life from normal days. You can create satisfaction, meaning, success from consistent effort over time. You don't need jackpots. You don't need incredible windfalls. You don't need external rescue. You need yourself. Showing up, making choices, building things. That's enough. That's always been enough. The incredible thing you're waiting for, it's you deciding to stop waiting and start building. That's the jackpot. That's the breakthrough. That's the incredible thing. And it's available right now, not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect, not when content tells you it's time. Now, will you claim it, or will you keep waiting for something external to save you? Choose. The only jackpot that matters is the one you build yourself through discipline, strategy, and years of consistent effort. Everything else is just gambling with your life.